This is the SoulOhm service.
Good evening, and welcome, and hello to another edition of the SoulOhm service with me, Mark SoulOhm Reviews, and Kris Lethal Coils, and our very special guest, Danny MBK Vaper. Good evening to you all.
How long have you known me? You can't even say my name properly.
I know. It's the Vaper bit. I used to just calling you MBK. It's weird, isn't it? Good evening, chat.
I might just change it to just MBK then.
Yeah. Just
to be like easier on everybody else.
Yeah. I think you should just call it MBK. That's it. That's all you need. You're just that famous, you see. MBK. That's it. That's all you need. You're famous in my world, mate. You are famous in my world.
You're making me blush now.
I can tell. He
does that. He has that effect on people.
So we've got chat going off. Good evening, everybody who we've got in. Matt, MF Vapes. Good evening, Mike, Colette, Ruby, Sinner, Mark, Village Vapor, Lynn. Wow, we have got a few. Bill. We've got quite a few in. Do you want to give some shout outs there, Lethal?
Oh, geez. Sinner, what's going on, buddy? Allison, Warren, Village, Uniformed Ruby. How are we doing, guys?
Sinner? Yeah. No. Not YMCA Vapor.
Oh, YMCA Vapor. Mark, we can hear everybody. What's gone wrong?
I know. Let me know.
Oh, Mike Forber's in the chat, too. Hey, what's going on, buddy? MF Vape.
Have you seen his latest review of that tank? I forget what it's called now. It's old-fashioned poison bottles. You know that blue? That really deep blue. He's got one like that. Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous. Really is nice.
Is that jellyfish?
I think so. It might be.
By UD?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Really nice. It's a lovely blue. If you like blue glass, that is really, really nice. Yeah. So, obviously, we have got a special guest, and it's always tradition in our show that the first person to tell us what they're vaping on, what's in the stereo, and what they've been up to is our guest. So, over to you, Danny.
I'm on the Aquamaster by Platoon on top of the G class. In that, I've got some Dead Rabbit Society creme brulee.
Ooh.
It's really nice. This juice is. I'm on the X Mini and Bulldog tank. I've got some caramel cappuccino.
All right.
Ooh.
What's it like? Because coffee flavours are always hard.
That's really quite nice. It's not overly sweet either because with the caramel in there. To be fair.
What's the actual coffees like? Is it very sort of like, I know sometimes you get like that almost from a vending machine type of coffee.
No, it's more of a milky coffee, so it's like a cappuccino sort of coffee. It's a very smooth vape, to be fair. It's actually really nice.
Cool.
And I've got the True Tank on top of the Jack Vapor DNA 75, and I've got some 12mg berry tunes in that.
Cool.
And what's on my stereo?
Yeah, what's in your stereo?
Slipknot, all their albums, and I've been listening to a bit of Limp Bizkit recently as well.
Do you know something? I listened to Chocolate Starfish. When was it? About a fortnight ago. I haven't listened to that album in absolutely yonks.
Because I've got Google Play or whatever it is. And
oh yeah.
I'll just get all the music off there. I've made playlists of like bands I haven't listened to for ages.
Awesome. So, is that sort of like general type of stuff? You do listen to more rock than anything else?
Yeah, it's more rock than anything else.
Yeah, because I'm still on my clutch fix.
So I've never listened to Clutch.
Yeah, I absolutely. The early stuff is very in the kin of how
There we go.
Nirvana, that style, you know, that kind of garage.
I used to love Nirvana as well.
The very kind of that almost, I'm trying to think, Pearl Jammy-esque. It's that in that genre, if you know what I mean. But now they're more like a southern rock band.
All right.
Yeah, it's very, you know, back to basics and everything, but still that kind. Jules, Mama, got to give you a huggles, and your dear husband.
Hey,
Hello,
Jules.
sir.
Hey,
Dripper,
Salford.
hiya, kiddo.
Dave.
Salford. Oh, it's awesome. So, Mr. Lethal, it's been a week, kiddo.
It has.
It's been a
it has.
whole week. You've had Thanksgiving, you've had the party.
Oh yeah.
I heard that it was the party of the century.
Oh
at
yeah.
your house.
Yeah,
There was
it was
naked
quite
women,
the feast.
sex, drugs,
Oh yeah. Put the stripper
orgies.
pole up.
Yeah. So, do you want to tell everybody all about it?
Well, yeah, sure. Not much to tell really. That was Thursday, so we had the show, and yeah, we were actually talking about that last week too. It was me staying here, kind of at the house, and cooking a big Thanksgiving meal for not a lot of people. There was actually only 5 of us here, and that was me, my wife, my daughter, and her cousin and her boyfriend, and we had a lot of leftovers. But we had a big 14.5-pound turkey with mashed potatoes, squash, stuffing, corn, and I think that was it. Nope, we had pumpkin pie for dessert.
Ooh,
And I made all of it, so
nice.
yeah, it was
That
good.
was my invite.
Well,
I'd have made it across.
you would have.
I did even
I'll
help you
be
cook
right
it as well.
there. I'll be right there, he says. But so you missed me. I'll go over what I'm vaping on.
Yeah. I haven't missed you. We were all here waiting and listening.
I had my mic muted, thank God. But first thing is the Slam Piece and the Dead Rabbit RDA with the knuckle cap on it, which I really, really like. Got the Pulse BF with the Profile RDA.
Mm-hmm.
And I have the Enforcer Equitas set up again.
Ooh.
And on the Dead Rabbit, I'm running some Pancake House raspberry hotcakes, which is a beautiful pancake with maple syrup and then like a raspberry compote on top, and it's absolutely delicious. And in the Equitas, what I'm running is Funk Master Flakes, which is a there we go, yep, which is a frosted flakes, and it's also spot on.
And what is in your hi-fi system?
Probably some more non-point right now is what I'm listening to still.
Oh,
A lot of non-point and Rammstein.
Mm.
Sign.
You can't
Rammstein.
Rammstein.
Them ages.
No?
I keep
Oh,
on getting.
okay.
They're on my playlist on YouTube, so I keep on getting bits and pieces. So
Yeah.
I think
I like Rosenrot, to be honest.
Playlist stuff.
I've also been listening to Hailstorm as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
Lizzie
well,
Hale is great.
Yeah, she's got a good set of lungs on her.
You know,
Hey,
she did that
Daddy.
song too. Do you know Lindsay? Lindsay, what's her name? Sterling. Lindsay Sterling, the violinist.
Oh yeah.
Lizzie Hale did a song with her. Shatter Me. That's what it was.
I've been listening to Skulls. It's just seems
Skulls?
to be, yeah, ones that keeps on going off in my head at the moment. So enjoying that one. So I best say what I've been vaping on, haven't I? May as well. This weird.
It's your turn.
I'm on the Go On Kenny, which I am thoroughly enjoying. It is really nice little setup. Trying out the IVG custard, which is the lemon custard. got a theme going off tonight. A theme going off. Let's see if you can spot this theme. So I'm on that at the moment. I'm also on the graffiti mod with the drop. And I've got in there this is, my brother gave me this, our little bro. The Waffle Project. It's melted butter lemon juice. So I've got that one, which is really nice. I have got the Peerless with the Hog, and that's got the Kinky Vapes Luscious Lemon Sherbet. Is anyone getting the theme going off here?
Not sure.
No. Got the original drop with the Deja Vu Mech, and that I've got Lemon Lush in there. Finally, but not least, I have got... Well, I can't remember what's in this one. Oh, I know what's in that one now.
Excuse me.
I've got me SX Mini LS class with the...
Oh, you elitist bastard.
Well, I'm half elitist. I'm not full elitist like you. This is only half elitist.
No. That's one of the newest ones out. That's full elitist.
And that's got the Paragon tank on top. Really matchy that, isn't it? Really matchy. And that's got my homebrew lemon. So obviously there's a theme going off. Do you think I like lemon?
No, not really.
Just a tad.
What am I drinking as well? I'm on Guinness XX, so I'm enjoying that. Music-wise, like I've just been saying, I've been listening to another big band completely that is not rock. Art of Noise have just re-released the deluxe edition of In No Sense Nonsense, which came out in '87, and I'm a big Art of Noise fan. And it's a double package jobby, and I've been thoroughly enjoying that. So that's what I've been up to. So we can chill now. We can relax and calm down. Gaily Bops, big huggles. Oh, just want to give a shout out to my niece Holly. Happy birthday, sweetheart. So if everyone could wish her a happy birthday, that would be lovely.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And that's it. I've done. Right. Thanks ever so much for watching.
I'll see you next week.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. So, I have got a question for you two guys. Both of you have been vaping a fair while now. I think it's sort of like in order. It's probably me, Danny, and Kris.
Yes.
But, a daft little question. In the whole period of time that you've actually been vaping, what thing... I know it can be either a mod, an atomizer, or a juice that's made you go, wow. What is that pinnacle wow?
You go ahead first, Danny. This is going to take me a second.
Take me a second as well.
Man, that's kind of a hard question to answer. No, for Christ's sakes. I think if I was going to say for mods, I'd probably say the Enforcer, to be honest. That thing hits very hard, and I love it. As far as RDAs, I'd have to say the Equitas. I've had it on at least one mod the entire time since I got my first one.
What is it about it that you like so much?
I love the flavor I get out of it. The clouds are not bad, but I definitely love the flavor I get out of it. And I'm even vaping it all the way open on the airflow, and I haven't really gotten the same flavor out of most of my other RDAs. But it's easy to build on.
And you, Danny?
Mod-wise, it's got to be the Tesla Y. Just because it's light and it's been an absolute workhorse. I've probably used that for every day for a year and a half since I got it. And it still works to this day, and it's just a workhorse. For what it is, I've got to say it's a brilliant mod.
That's very much like the Puma one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one came out a lot earlier than
Yeah. I could say the Puma, I've used that every single day since I've had it. And it's the most lightweightest. You'd think it'd be the cheapest throwaway mod ever, but that works like a trooper.
Half the time I forget it's in my pocket because how light it is, even with batteries in.
So that's always a good thing. So what about juice and things like that? What's sort of like Because obviously everyone knows mine. Mine's Lemon Lush.
Yeah, Lemon Lush is for me as well, to be fair.
It was just one of those... Everyone kept on saying to me, "Oh, you've got to try this Lemon Lush by Demon Vapor." Yeah, all right. And you know how hype goes.
Yeah.
And I'm one of these people. I don't know about you guys, but so like if people trying to, "Oh, you've got to try it." Oh, you got. I kind of shy away.
Yeah.
I'm not one of these people that's so like, "Oh, no, back off." Yeah, it's all right. I'm not bothered. I'm not into hype or anything like that.
But then as soon as you tried it,
oh God.
Game changer that was.
Oh, absolutely game changer. I think it was talking about since I've been started. I think obviously things like the velocity deck was a big game changer for me. Obviously, when I was used to obviously just like your standard 3-post decks.
I hate 3-post decks now. I cannot build on them.
Yeah.
No matter how I try, I just can't do it. It's like God. It's getting the legs right, and make sure the centre. I used to do it day in day out before. Now it's just like nah.
Orion's has turned around and said, "This is the Troll V2." I tell you another.
I've never had the Troll V2. I only had the Troll V1.
Yeah,
I've never had a Troll.
I'm going about RDA or something else there, Kris.
No, I said I've never. Oh, you bastard, you.
He nearly fell there.
Here we go. I did. I almost slipped. I almost didn't catch on to that one.
I'm definitely a tart. Yeah, definitely. I suppose since especially when as long as you and me, Danny, have been vaping, there's been quite some big changes compared to sort of like when we first got together. I mean, to now. I mean, especially so like you've got your drop decks, your Dead Rabbit decks, obviously the Goon deck and things like that. So they've quite changed. And same with mods. I think mods have just got better and cheaper.
Yeah.
In my mind, especially so like your regulated devices, like I've been messing about with that.
I'll say they get cheaper unless you go into a shop, because wholesale. If you go to a wholesale, like getting stuff from a wholesale, they rip you off so bad. So you don't make a markup. It is ridiculous. Because you know how much they're getting it for and how much they're selling it for, then you have to make your profit on top of that. It's ridiculous, mate. Absolutely ridiculous. Since I've been in the actual industry working for the last 10 months now, ridiculous. The amount that you actually find out about stuff.
Since you've started working in the industry, has it changed your outlook on the actual vaping world and vaping community? Because now, so like, originally you was like one of us looking from the outside in. Now you're looking from the inside out. Is there a big difference?
It makes this easier. You know, being a customer-based thing, it makes me, like, in front of the camera a lot better. It makes me explain things a lot better on my channel. I'll get a better insight of how the actual industry works, and that this is not the main thing in vaping. It's mouth to lung. The amount of people we get coming in just for mouth to lung, it's unreal. And the amount of new starters that we have every single week as well. But near enough, every single time it's 50-50 liquid, Nautilus coils, T20 coils, T18 coils, or like the E-Leaf EUC coils and stuff like that, or the GSR coils.
So
it's all mouth to lung.
So obviously, like I said, from the inside looking out, has it changed your perspective of the vape industry?
A little bit.
In a positive way or a negative way? A
bit of both. Because you see the people who don't give a fuck, basically, and you see the ones who really want to try.
Yeah. And
you try and move, like, keep to the people that are really trying, but you're getting fucked over by the people who are just trying to make money and don't give a fuck about them.
What was the... should I say the senses of so like the customers coming into your shop, knowing about the TPD and the regulations and things like that, and how the industry it's affected the industry? Is there any awareness of that?
Not
with
really,
your customers?
Because people come in, like we inform them about it. It's like, oh, can't you get these 12 milligrams in bigger bottles? No, because of the TPD and it's all regulated. You can't sell out anything over a 10ml bottle with nicotine included. And it's like, oh, that sucks. And that's how they get to know. It's from the people in the front line, like shops and obviously like people like us on the internet and stuff like that. People just don't know because they don't even look into it. It's only people who are hardcore vapors who know about it. The people who just want to pick up an e-cig to give up smoking, they don't really care as much as long as they get the juice.
Yeah.
And the coils and the mods and stuff like that. And you get the odd question, can you get this in a bigger bottle? No, but we can get you a bigger bottle to dump in your other bottles to make it easier for you. But it's the only thing what's really has opened my eyes at how much people don't know.
Have you noticed, obviously, the how fast the actual industry changes? Obviously, what really buying stock and things like that. Obviously, you've got to kind of predict the future of obviously what you're buying in. Do you actually notice a difference, or is there new trends going off?
To be honest, because being in Birmingham City Centre, it's all office based, so it's all mouth to lung stuff. So we try and fixate on the mouth to lung sort of vibes, try and get the new kids in for that. It's like we're moving away from Aspire for one reason or another, and we're bringing in more Inican stuff or the Vandy Vaper NS pen, and it's great because you get to use these devices as well to actually tell the people what it's like. But other trends, everyone's going back mouth to lung near enough. But a lot of sub-owners come in and go, I want a mouth to lung tank or a setup because sub-owning's not doing it for me anymore. I don't want to go back to the fags. So you see a drop in sub-ohm kits being sold than more mouth to lung stuff being sold.
Yeah. So what kind of age group do you kind of get? Or is it a real big mix, or are you actually getting a certain
It is a really big mix, because obviously we've got all the offices, and we've got the colleges and universities as well. So we've got a whole mix, and obviously just the general public coming up and down the street. But we get anything from the old biddies and the granddads down to the students.
Yeah. Do you sell pre-made coils?
Pre-made coils, as in for your RT8s and stuff.
Yeah, things like that.
Yeah, we got.
Because I know a gentleman that makes them.
Yeah, we got carousels and everything at the minute. I've just had a question off of Ryan's Brace as well. Do you sell many throwaway pods? We don't do any throwaway pods because of the money, and we tried to get people value for money. So obviously these little pods, you get 0.7 mil of juice in there, and you're paying £4 or £5 for them. Where they can buy a mini fit, which holds 1.5 mil of juice, buy 5 liquids for a tenner. They get 50 mil for a tenner, and that will last them for ages. They're spending £40 on a setup what can get them on the way.
Have you got any questions in chat there, Kris?
Do you think it's maybe because the sub-ohm tanks at the moment are more cloud chuck than flavor?
No, because obviously you've got the stuff like the Falcon, you've got stuff like the
Valerian?
The Valerian, the Mesh Pro by Freemax, the Crown 3, I'll still class that as a really good flavourable tank. You've got the Colito Mesh Pro, Colito Pro with the mesh coils. You've got a lot of different choices out there to actually have a good flavourful vape. It's people getting, especially around this time of year, getting more stress and they want more nicotine. And obviously sub-ohming is not doing it for them. we've got a couple of people that's actually putting 12 milligrams in a SoulOhm tank, and he's just like, what are you doing? But they do it, and they're fine with it. They don't cough or nothing. You're just like,
Jesus.
So
Yeah.
do you sell a lot of the Nick salts then?
we've got Nick salts. I wouldn't say we sell a lot of them because people in Birmingham, like, for our customer base, are very weary about them still. Even though we explain everything to them, how it's made, how it reacts to you, and stuff like that. They would rather go for the normal free-base nicotine and use that.
What's your thoughts, Kris, on mouth to lung? You're kind of like me. You're a cloud chucker. I do mouth to lung now and again.
I gotta tell you, I don't have much experience with mouth to lung. The most experience I have is with the Soren Drop and the Smock Rolo Badge. Those are the only two MTLs I've ever really used.
What's the mouth to lung like in your area?
It's pretty popular. It's pretty much the same. The shop that I often frequent, they sell a lot more of the pod systems and a lot more of the Nick salt systems than anything else, really. It's been a lot more popular than some of the SoulOhm tanks and like the mag kits or the Smock Alien or anything like that, the box mods. They've been selling way more of the pod systems and jewels, the whole nine.
You see, because me personally, because I watch a lot of American reviewers, I noticed that mouth to lung was coming back in a big way, roughly about 2.5 years ago. And it slowly seems to be creeping more back here as well, doesn't it now?
Yeah. I've got to say, you know me, Mark. Back in January this year, I used to go through 60 ml of liquid a day. I'd solely just SoulOhm. Solely just SoulOhm. Now, that's my all-day banger, and I'll use a SoulOhm when I feel like it. I'm on mainly a mouth to lung device. I've near enough gone back to mouth to lung.
That was really interesting.
It does save you juice.
Yeah,
that's
because
sure.
I go through 60
instead
ml
of
a
using
day.
60 ml a day, I'm probably using 20, 30
Nice.
most.
See, back in the day when I first started vaping, I was on sort of like 36 milligram when I was mouth to lung in it, and that
Same as my boss, that is.
And 50 ml of juice used to last me about 3-4 weeks. Now I'm lucky if 50 ml lasts me a day.
A 10 ml bottle of mouth to lung liquid will last me 4 or 5 days.
It's surprising, and obviously it's going to save you on wattage with your batteries as well, because you're vaping at lower wattages as well.
One battery in this will last me 3 days. 3 whole days. I've never had a battery last me 3 days before.
Saying that, on about batteries, I put a set of batteries in the graffiti mod this morning. This lasted me 10 hours at 70 watts.
Oh, wow.
That's good for me. That is good. I've normally changed about 4 or 5 times by then.
Wow.
So obviously, how much do you vape a day, Kris?
Well, I can tell you in 2 weeks I go through, in about a week I go through about 100 mils, which is actually because I was using the Smock Rolo Badge for a little bit. So I'd say over the course of a week, probably about 150 mils. I'll go through.
In chat, come on, let's see how much everyone's vaping. How much do you guys vape in chat? Let us know. Just slap in your figures. It's be interesting to see how much.
Interesting to find out how much different people vape. Like I thought I chain vaped, but if I'm only doing like 20 mils a day, 30 mils a day, then geez, I guess I'm not chain vaping as much as I thought I was.
I could go through between 60 and 100 mil a day easy. I know Aries JJ, he goes through a phenomenal amount. I think
128 mil a day.
Yeah, he's unreal. So what we're getting, we've got 10 to 15 mil, 20 mil, Matt goes through 200 mil a day. Oh, sorry, a week.
Week.
I thought there was going to be a day there.
That's about what?
120.
40
Oh, that's not bad.
Roughly 150 a week, 150 to 200 a week, 60 to 100 a day. Holy cow!
Yeah,
Well, yeah, that's about right. I mean, that's what
you ever leave your mouth, son?
It's an adult pacifier. Come on.
It is. That's what my missus calls them.
It's quite interesting. So, most people are vaping round about the same in chat. It's quite surprising. There's a few, obviously, that's vaping a little bit more, but we're all averaging. Uncle G's only vaping, what, 10 to 20 mil. So, obviously, we can tell who's the SoulOhm vapors and the actual mouth to lung vapors, can't we?
Yeah.
It's so surprising. So, obviously, you guys going through your 100 mil a day. So, what kind of devices are you using, and what kind of battery life are you getting?
And do you buy your liquids or do you make your own?
Yeah.
Good point too.
You know, if you're doing 60 to 100 mil a day or upwards, you've got to be making your own liquids.
I mean, I make my own. Fortunately, I use how I work it. I've got my DIY lemon, which I use day to day. And the reason why I ended up going on to lemon was obviously when we was doing the juice reviews. If I stayed with the lemon, I didn't get vapor's tongue, and it's as simple as that. And then obviously when I was trying different juices, I try them at night time or over the weekends. So that's how I kept the cost down. Because I mean, I've worked it out. It's we're talking pence for me actually making my e-juice. So I can vape as much as I want and not worry about it, if you know what I mean. So
I don't really buy liquids anymore. This is just on my desk now, not including what's on the shelf down below. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 60 mils. Just sitting on my desk right now.
Holy shit!
And that's not including the shelf full.
I'm not gonna say I'm keeping gob short.
I gotta dig into this
I've got
DIY.
People
I do.
in chat who use RTAs and for your mouth to lung and stuff. If you have a 60 mil full of liquid. So I'll say a 50 ml short fill, 10 millilitres of 72 milligram will make a 12 milligram if you're on 12 milligram nicotine. So and they will wick in your RTAs, mouth to lung, and I do that sometimes as well. So that will make your juice last a little bit longer.
Wow, Alison, they make their own juice and they use between 11 different mods in a day.
Jeez.
11 different mods? Oh, man, heck.
Holy cow.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got my 5th one downstairs. And that's just today. I
normally have way more, but I've only got 3. I'm keeping to my little my system now. I only want like 3 setups going at one time. There's too many to swap between, and coils and wicks just sit there.
I take two mods to work with me. One will always be a tank, because obviously driving, and then obviously I'm RDAing it at actual work. But obviously I've got setups that obviously I'm getting ready for review and things like that, so I'm trying them at the same time as well. So I've got something different on all the time. But yeah, I don't like too many mods, and I end up how many have I got at the moment? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 9 devices on the go at the present moment, and that's doing my OCD, and it's no, I need to start cleaning that one and putting that way. I've finished using that one. It's oh no, that's in rotation and ready for reviewing, and it's yeah. Don't like too many. It's oh no, it gets messy. I like to be clean and tidy. So, obviously, you with your juice, you're still doing a lot of juice reviews, aren't you?
Yeah.
And it's something that I really wanted to grab you about juice reviews. Obviously, Kris is getting into doing juice reviews now, And I wanted to talk about a little bit about now that obviously the TPD's in full force, and obviously you have to add your nicotine now to your juice reviews. Do you feel it changes the juice a big degree compared to how we used to before, when we used to sort of like get 30ml bottle pre-nicked and you could basically open it up and vape it? What's your procedure? What's the changes you've noticed?
The only thing I do at the minute is I'll try it first without nicotine in, get the overall flavour.
Mm.
Then put the nicotine in, leave it a couple of days, then try it. And 9 times out of 10, for me, the flavour doesn't change as much, especially at 3mg. It won't change that much, to be honest. But that's what I do. But the one thing, going on juice for a minute here, one thing that really annoys me is people saying that either a 60ml bottle or 120ml bottle for $17.99 or 20 quid for a 120ml bottle is expensive. Go back 2 years ago, 120ml was costing you 25-30 quid.
Yeah. Oh yeah, easy. I remember when 50ml were costing you that.
Yeah. 30ml used to cost me $14.99.
You go back to when we went to the first expo and you and me first ever met up. Then it was a good deal at 100ml at 20 quid.
Yeah.
It was a good. I mean, how many years ago was that? What was that? 3 years ago? 4 years ago?
3 years now.
Yeah. So no, I disagree. I think the prices have stayed good at the present moment.
No, why is it $17.99? 60ml, that's not worth it. And you're just like, well, 3 years ago, for 60ml, you was paying 21, 22 quid. And you're moaning at $17.99 now.
Do you think it's because of the difference between online and bricks and mortar shops? I think the difference, because obviously
I'm just going off what we sell in the shop.
Yeah, the online prices compared to in-store B&M shop prices there's a huge difference.
Yeah.
What's it like around your area? Is there a big markup in the shops compared to online?
Yeah, it depends on the product. There is mods and devices. They have a pretty good markup on that. If you're going by MSRP, it's probably about a 35 to 40% markup. Which some things I think is a little excessive, but you know. But yeah.
So what do you guys in chat think about juice prices? It'd be interesting to see what everyone else says. Because at the moment, I don't think prices are too bad, to be honest with you. Compared to, like we were just saying, only a few years ago, there was a hell of a lot dearer. And since, especially since the TPD's come out, I think we've got more juice companies, not less. Now, we was expecting a lot less companies, and I think it's gone completely the other way. What do you think, Danny?
Yeah. Can I just address it? Alison, $17.99 can make you a litre or less than that for less than $17.99. But what you got to think about, these people who are just starting on to SoulOhm from mouth to lungs, they don't know how to make their own juice. They don't want, some of them can't be bothered to be making their own juice. But going back 2 years ago, for 60ml, you were paying $21.99. $17.99 is a better deal for these sorts of people to what we was paying back then. That's what I was trying to get at. I know you can make your own for a lot less. It is a lot cheaper to make your own liquids, don't get me wrong. But for the people who don't know how or can't be bothered to make how, the lazy vapors, it's
what do you think to price of stock coils then?
Some of them are ridiculous.
I was looking at some of the prices, and obviously very, very rarely I need to buy stock coils. But yeah, I noticed that they seem to be creeping up quite significantly.
So the mouth to lung one's not too bad. You're looking from anything from £2 to 3 quid, maybe to $3.50 on some of them. But the SoulOhm coils, you look, some of the smock ones are going for something like £6, £7 for the bigger tanks, and you're just like, that's an expensive coil. It better last me a lifetime.
Because it's like you said, there's a lot of people out there that one, don't want to make their own coils. Two, they can't be bothered to make their own coils, and it's same with the juice as well. So obviously you've got to cater for that.
So you're stuck in that thingy.
So do you think it's getting a little bit more cutthroat now, the industry itself, you know, with price-wise? Or is it just going hell for leather to see how much money they can make?
Some of them are. But you've got like the longer-lasting ones that have been around for a while, like Wicklicker, which is part of Aspire.
Yeah.
And I want to say IVG because they've been around for a good couple of years now. I think they're out. They're not out for themselves, but they do put out all right juice for a reasonable price.
We'll just not talk about the millions bit.
I didn't say anything about that.
It was like when I got sent a load from Gav to have a look at, and I saw IVG and I thought, should be all right, yeah. So yeah, that's nice juice. So
everything's calmed down on that front anyway, so we haven't heard much else about it. So
well, I never, when listening to drama, I tried to read it between the lines, obviously.
Yeah.
Because there's always, you find that there's more to the story than anything else. So.
You're like me, Mark. You try to keep out of the drama as much as possible.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I'm not trying to bring that out onto my channel at all.
I don't like that.
No. So, Kris, obviously, your guys in America getting big into mouth to long. What kind of juices are they going for? Is sort of like the tobacco juices getting a big revival or anything?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I would have to say, if I had to wager a guess, probably the fruit flavors. But as I said, I'm not a huge mouth to lunger, and I haven't been around too many mouth to lung device users. So to be honest with you, I have no idea what's the current trend in juice profile for pod systems or mouth to lung devices in general.
All right, you sacked.
Yeah, I'm sacked.
I've got a transatlantic person here, and I need to know information about America and what's going off.
I know.
Useless.
I know nothing. Guys, I know nothing. Don't pay any attention to me.
Why do I pay you? What do I pay you for?
I have no idea at this point. It's for the girdles. That's what it is. It's for the girdles. It's for the girdles.
So what? Obviously, I'm going to have to ask you, Danny. So what is the big flavours the mouth to lungers are going for?
It's mainly fruity. But you do get them odd people who just want to stick to their tobaccos. And RY4 is still a massive seller.
Really? Oh, you can still buy RY4, jeez.
We still have our RY4 made for us by a pharmaceutical company. And it flies out the door. Flies out the door.
So does your company do its own brew juices?
We have a white label.
Yeah?
That's been made by a pharmaceutical company.
Cool. And flavours? What ranges have we got?
We've got anything from your tobaccos to your menthols to your ice menthols to your fruit menthols, then just straight fruits. And we've got a couple of desserty ones as well.
Do you want to give your shop a shout out?
Yeah, it's in a Vape in Birmingham City Centre, like the top end of New Street. And Puffing Billy, I'm not actually from Brum. I'm actually from the Black Country. So, yeah.
Well, you're more Dudley side?
Yeah, I'm more Dudley side than I am Birmingham. So I'll just catch a train into Birmingham. I would go full on yam yam on you, but you just wouldn't understand me.
It's awesome.
Matt Chandler says I need putting back on the YTS scheme.
Oh, bless. Matt, you're showing your age there, kid. You seriously are showing your age. YTS was the youth training scheme that the government created back in 80s.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I need to go back to school.
Yes. So, Kris, your coils, how are we getting on with them? I hear that you are selling more, so what's new?
Well, I've had another sale, which is good, but you know, I'm getting back into the coil building. I've been out of commission for a lot of stuff lately, just due to family stuff and life and my own health wise. So I've kind of been on hiatus from really doing much of anything at all aside from lives, but I'm getting back into that. I've got everything set up so I can just go back to it, and I'm going to be stocking some more stuff and making up some announcements and trying to make some flyers in Photoshop. I'm working on increasing my adaptability with that program. But yeah, I'm still going with it. It wasn't going anywhere for a while, so I was thinking I was just going to focus on the videos and stuff, but now it's starting to look a little bit brighter for the future, and so I'm going to keep going with it anyway.
Cool. So if people were interested in buying some lethal coils, where would they go?
Well, you can go to the Lethal Coils product page and message me there, or you can PM me directly, or if you even so chose to, you can access my you can get a hold of me through email, which the email address is actually posted on the product page as well.
Cool. And roughly what are the prices?
Well, the prices have just gone down. So for aliens, it's going to be $12 a pair for shipping, plus shipping rather, not for shipping. 12 a pair of aliens plus shipping. It's going to be about 8 for fused Claptons, and then it goes down with the more simple builds. But yeah, those none of the prices include shipping because of you know.
Yep, we understand that. So, do you do custom builds as well, sir?
I do. I have stock coils that I make up, and then if somebody has a special request for a certain resistance or wire material or specific build that is one that I can do, then I'll go ahead and accommodate for that. That's going to be, I think that those will probably be about 14 for custom coils if they're exotics. If they're not, then it'll be about 10.
Cool. And what's an exotic coil?
Exotic coils to me are anything above a fused Clapton. To be honest with you, I think anything above a fused Clapton can be considered an exotic coil. Just in my opinion, anything like obviously aliens or staggered fused Claptons or staples or staple staggered fused. Those kind of things. If it was just like a simple helix build, which I don't see many people using, then I wouldn't classify that as exactly exotic. But
right. Well, I'm going to ask Danny because obviously we're coming up to the 10 minutes before we finish. Danny, the channel. Tell us about the channel. What's going off with the channel and what's coming up on the channel?
I'll tell you. I've just done a perfect week on my channel, to be honest. I've just done 7 videos in 7 days.
Wow.
I haven't done that in such a long time. I was so proud of myself, to be quite honest. But the channel's been slow, to be quite honest. I haven't had a lot come in. I haven't got a lot coming in. But I've got a load of juices. This Seattle's coming out probably tomorrow or Saturday. I've got some creamies coming up on the channel, some like milkshakey ones. I'll tell you what, I've got this. It's called Very Jelly. Did you see these at Expo, Mark?
I didn't know.
Basically, it's like a mix kit. So you get, it's not concentrates. They're all 70-30 VGPG, and you get all these in there, and you can mix them into these empty bottles to make your own flavors.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's like those gourmet jelly beans, but mix and match.
Yeah, so there's one example there which you can all mix up to make one flavor, and it looks very interesting, to be fair. So I've got that coming up if people like mixing the flavors up a little bit.
I like
That's
that.
interesting. Yeah. I like that idea.
I noticed a couple of companies have started doing sort of like added shots, so you can add a fizz, or you can add a menthol, or you can add, you know, a slightly like a lemony flavour if you wanted to add that. And they're just like 10ml bottles that you add to your juice just to mix it up a bit. I think that's quite interesting, that.
Well, we started doing the cold nick shots. So it's got the Coolager in there with the 18mg nicotine to shove into anything that's not cold and what you want cold.
Yeah.
Brilliant idea, to be fair.
Yeah, I really do. Because, I mean, obviously you get people that like a flavour, but they can't get it in a menthol, so...
Yeah.
Perfect. I mean, one of the menthols that I'm not a menthol fan at all, but the one menthol that I did like was the cold brew. Ooh. And trying to get hold of a coffee menthol was quite hard to get hold of. So
I can't even find out where to get that from anymore.
No, I can't. Ironically, gorgeous.
I really love that white chocolate mocha.
Oh yeah,
it was the best one.
Absolutely. I mean, I am not a menthol fan, but that was absolutely gorgeous. I teared through them juices like crazy.
I even had some more off Jay's Vape Reviews.
Oh yeah.
He gave me some more, and I've played through them as well.
Right, so I best talk a little bit about myself. So what's coming up next week on the SoulOhm channel? We have got the Paragon tank. We've also got the the SX Mini SL class. We'll be doing that as well, and I've also got some coils from Smokejoy as well. So that's what's coming up mine next week. Kris, what's coming up on your channel, kiddo?
Well, as you stated earlier, I'm going to get to some juice reviews because they will be coming out fast. They'll come out quicker. I'll be able to get more content out there for you guys, give you guys some juices that we have around here, or even some that I order online, and just bang out some videos. I want to get some of these done. It's been a while since I've uploaded anything, and because I'm still learning, I think that juice is a good direction for me to go at the moment.
It's always a good way to get your channel started.
Yes, it's definitely one of the best ways of getting you started is actually going through juice. It would be nice to see if you could sort of like get hold of some juices that are locally made, especially in from your area, and then obviously it sort of like brings it more out a little bit more, doesn't it? Cool.
Like Dragon's Milk. That's I do believe a local guy as well. Yeah.
So yeah, that would be awesome. Right, we're coming up to that time. Guys in chat, if you've got a question, this is time to ask your caster. So if you want to ask any questions, fire away now. This is always a good time so we can catch you all.
Bill Richards, it's on its way. The FP review is on the way before too damn long. Those are two devices that I absolutely have to get out, is the Profile RDA and the FP. I've been sitting on those for a while now, so I gotta get those out. Oh man, they're great.
I ain't got one.
You've got one coming to you?
Yeah, when it's in my hand, I will know.
It's a damn good RTA. It was obviously.
Are you still enjoying it more with single coil than dual?
Yeah. As far as flavor is concerned, yeah.
What coil would you recommend? An Alien?
That's my go-to every day. I use Aliens. A lot of people swear by staple fused, or even staggered fused. A lot of people like the flavor they get off of those. But yeah, Alien is my go-to everyday build.
So, Danny, what's your go-to build then?
My go-to build's Alien.
Yeah, it seems to
All
be.
the time.
Everyone's seems to be Alien. I think it's a nice, stable, flavoursome coil, to be honest with you. So yeah, ironically, I go to that as well.
That's the one thing I want to try, Matt Chandler. It's the Fralians.
Oh, I did one of those. Those are good too. I have to tell you. And they're easier than regular aliens.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Honestly, they are. I don't know why. But it was easier for me to make a pair of Fralians than it would have been for me to make a standard alien.
Right, we've got a really good question, and especially for everyone in cast here. How would I go about not smoking and just vaping?
I can tell you what I did, and it
You don't
was
have to
pretty.
put your hand up, honestly. You don't have to put your hand up.
I know.
Mister.
Me, pick me. No. No, for me what happened was I had a conversation with somebody who convinced me that I had it, the strength to do it on my own. And so that day I decided I was going to quit smoking. And from that day forward, I never went anywhere without a vape in my hand. It was an extension of my body. I brought it everywhere. Every time I thought about a cigarette, I was grabbing it. I always had something with me to vape. And that's really just kind of what worked for me. Yeah, obviously everybody's different, so what worked for me isn't going to work for everyone.
You, Danny?
What my personal thing to you, mate, is find yourself a good, in my experience, a good mouth to lung starter kit. Get yourself some, not a high milligram, but a milligram strength that's going to suit you better. And you've got to have willpower as well not to touch the cigarettes. You've got to have that. And just be persistent with the vape and give yourself time. Don't beat yourself up with the fags you do have. It's the ones that you don't have that count.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Whatever you do, I think we touched on this last week, didn't we, Kris? Whatever you do, please do not beat yourself up because you've had a cigarette. That is the worst thing that you can do. I think that would actually encourage you probably to smoke more cigarettes than it would actually keep you vaping.
Yeah.
Me personally, obviously we don't know your story, so like I don't know whereabouts you are in your vaping journey. If you've literally just started, and most people that do start on a mouth to lung, obviously you need to find that flavour that you really do like, which is an absolute nightmare. I will not say it's easy, but try and think of go for a flavour that obviously you do like. Then you need to play around with your nicotine strength. Sometimes people go a little bit too high and they can't vape it for long, and then they go back to the cigarettes. And so obviously you need to actually lower your nicotine a little bit. And it's that little bit of perseverance and so like a little bit of, no, I'm not going to have that cigarette, I'm going to have a vape. And it's just a case of getting into that. I've always found that, I don't know about you guys, that people that did roll-ups and hand roll the cigarettes seem to find to go on to vaping easier than people that had tailor-made cigarettes. And I think
I was a dual user on both of those, so I was more on the traditional cigarettes, or I took to vape like it was nothing. I will say to you as well, Leon, try and find a shop that will let you try the different nicotine strengths before you buy them. I will suggest one shop in Birmingham if you're ever up there. We have everything on test. We've got some of the devices on test. We have nicotine strengths, so you can try them out so you don't go away with the strongest nicotine, because it's down to what your body can handle. Not, I smoke 20 cigarettes a day, I need an 18 milligram. It doesn't work like that. It's to what your body can actually handle.
I mean, let's face it, this is one of the big things that always comes up, especially so like with drivers that I talk to, is that they try and compare a cigarette with vaping. It's so like, well, a cigarette is X amount of milligrams of nicotine in it. How much does this vape have? and it doesn't work that
doesn't
way
work
at all.
quite what your body can handle.
And also, obviously, you've got to remember that when you're sort of like vaping, especially if you're vaping normal free-base nicotine, the delivery system into your bloodstream is different than having an actual cigarette. So there is a big difference. So it is a case of testing. You've got to try. Keep on trying. Especially like what Danny said. If you can find a vape shop like what Danny's got that will let you try different things, that is obviously the really, really good vape shop. You do get some vape shops that will just throw the highest nicotine at you and get you out the door. And you don't want something like that. You want someone that's actually going to look after you and treat you through the actual different nicotine levels, different flavors, different devices, and really get into it. And one of the things that really grabs me is so like there's so much information on YouTube, and so like the guys in chat, guys that you're looking at now, everyone's here to help. So if you're ever stuck on anything, give us a shout, because we're all here to help.
Absolutely.
Reverend Vapes, it is in a vape in Birmingham, top of New Street. You probably was been into our shop.
Kris Doyle says, biscuit vape, lethal coils, biscuit vapes. What gauge wire do you use on your Claptons? For my Clapton wire, I use 36 gauge nichrome 80. My core wires, I typically use 26 or 28. All still nichrome 80. I'm doing it again. I'm looking up at the TV and the camera's over here. I've been doing that the whole time.
Oh, bless you. So, right, have we got any more questions before we start heading up? Because the hour is nearly upon us. Have we got anything else in there? Danny, have you got your address that you can slap in chat for us? Oh, you're a star. Takes a while for it to catch up. I'm still on Top Chat. No.
all show you've been on Top Chat.
All show I've been on Top Chat. I do apologise. Right, guys, I'm going to call this one. This has been the Ohm service. I want to give a big shout out to Danny. Thank you very, very much for coming on. It's been an absolute pleasure. So please, 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 if you have not gone over to Danny's channel, please go over, give him a big thumbs up, and give him a big subscribe as well. So thank you to you, Kris. I want to give you a big thank you. Thank you so much for coming on. And if you
I'd like to thank the little people.
And the little people. And if you haven't been over to Kris's channel, please go over and give him a support and a subscribe. That would be awesome. Just want to thank everybody in chat. Thank you so much. I do appreciate everything that you've said and everything. It's been lovely to see you. Want to give a shout out to the Spanners. Without you, the chat would be nothing. Thank you so much. So I'm going to let Danny sign out, and then Kris can have the final say, as he always does.
Oh, man. All right.
Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Mark and Kris, thank you very much for having me on. It's been a very informative show for you lot, I believe, because that blew my mind with some of the stuff. And probably the only show I've talked for longer than 2 seconds. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. Thank you for the guys who's already subscribed. Absolutely amazing. Thank you very much. It means the world to me. And yeah, catch you on my channel soon.
Awesome. Kris!
Awesome, awesome. Danny, thank you very much for being here with us today. It's been a great, great pleasure with all the conversation, and we like to have our intellectual discussions. It really is an awesome thing to hear different opinions from everybody else in the community, in the industry. So thank you, Guy, for giving us your thoughts and your story.
No problem, man.
So yeah, and thank you, Mark, for having me on again, and yeah, giving me this opportunity to thank all the little people. And oh my God, you're gonna get me one of those
Oscars
statues, and yeah, I'm gonna just hang it around my neck on a big chain. So yeah, guys, like Mark said, if you haven't been over to his channel or MBK's channel or my channel, please go ahead and jump over there here on YouTube and throw the subscribes, throw those notification bells so you guys know when we're uploading new content. So with that, guys, that's all we have here on the Ohm Service Live. I'm going to give you guys my final words of wisdom, as I always do during live shows. Guys, remember, please, that we are the masters of our own destinies. We're the only ones in this world that can pick and choose how positive or negative our days are going to be. So remember to keep the positivity high, keep the smiles on your faces, and let that negative just brush off your shoulders. Guys, big love. Thank you all for tuning in. Excellent job in the chat there, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye! Intro! Okay, outro. I can't even do it. God. Take the mix off now. It's my headphones. I call my headphones mini-fits.
Damn, I missed puppies.
You missed the puppies! Hashtag puppies.